Word breaking early this morning that Joran van der Sloot has confessed to the murder of a young Peruvian girl. The young man also, of course, a suspect in the disappearance of Natalie Holloway, an American teenager who went missing in Aruba 5 years ago. Well, on hearing the news, we were immediately reminded of a National Geographic special on Peruvian prisons. Dramatically overcrowded, ugly conditions, prisoners literally running the asylum, with 100 guards to 10,000 prisoners in one spot. 100 guards to 10,000 prisoners. Trace Gallagher has more live in Los Angeles. All right, so, you're going to have a little preview of the prison. But before we get to that, Trace, how exactly do they say that this confession is going to impact things in the Natalie Holloway case, which technically still remains unsolved?
Right, yeah. Beth Holloway, 20, was speaking just a short time ago, Megan. She's been asked not to talk about Joran van der Sloot. She wants to keep the focus on the current murder, Stephanie Flores. But experts say that Joran van der Sloot is not likely to talk at all about Natalie Holloway because, remember, under Aruban law, which is Dutch law, the statute of limitations for murder is 12 years. Even for involuntary manslaughter, it's 6 years.
That's crazy. That is crazy they have any sort of statute of limitations on murder, but go ahead.
Anyway, if in Peruvian law, murder is only 35 years maximum. If he struck a deal, prosecutors tell me it is likely he'll get between 15 and 20 years. You serve half of that, which it could be that Joran van der Sloot could be out of a Peruvian prison in 7 to 10 years, Megan.
Okay, so 7 to 10 years, maybe not so bad for committing murder. And yet, once you get a look at the Peruvian prison and you think about 7 to 10 years there, one wonders whether he'll make it out at all.
Yeah, there are 4 possibilities that he could go to, and all of them, by the experts we have talked to, are hell on earth. I want to play you a clip of this documentary kind of detailing these Peruvian prisons. Watch this.
With mass overcrowding, Lurigancho's 21 overcrowded cell blocks can explode into open civil war.
Inmates are assigned to pavilions when they arrived.
If you don't have a pavilion, you don't eat.
Outcasts make their home on the wasteland outside the pavilions. And drug use is endemic. They survive by scavenging prison garbage.
Torture, abuse, massacres inside the prison. We talked to an international lawyer who's been through those prisons many times with many clients. He says the corruption makes it very dangerous. Listen to this.
For $50 or $100, guys will line up to kill you. So if the father or someone, because he's a high-profile guy, wanted to pay a prisoner, van der Sloot is history. That's how tough this place is. He's really entered the gates of hell.
The gates of hell, he said, his last quote was, he doesn't think, from his experience, Joran van der Sloot would ever make it out of a Peruvian prison. Megan.
Wow. Just one of the many reasons why this confession is such a huge headline. All right, Trace Gallagher, thanks so much.
Okay.
Well,